Amanda. If we've never met before, welcome, welcome. We'll get started today in a seated forward fold. So any type of fold that suits you, just a standard flow class today. So make sure any props you like to use are available to you. Pillows, bolsters, blocks, anything that suits you. And then once you're ready, you can find your way to a seat. And then just let yourself start to mount. If that fold is not super comfortable, you can take your block. Hi, JB. You can take your block and put it on top of your shins. And then you can sort of fold your head to it. You can also do this with a bolster or a pillow of any form. So any type of sort of restorative forward fold. And once you get there, just start to scan your body, checking in to how you feel today. Just start to take notice of how the breath comes in and out. Checking in with where you feel some tightness or some heaviness, some softness. Finding those spaces that let you melt into them. And then just breathing into the belly a little deeper and a little fuller. And you may notice that that seems a little more challenging when we're in a fold just like we are. So seeing if you can really start to draw the air all the way down to the base of the belly. And then once you feel full, see if you can sip in just a tiny bit more air. And then let that air roll right back out. Do that again, breathing deeply. Feel the belly expand off of the thighs. And emptying. Just a couple more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Filling up. And draining. Let yourself continue to find heaviness. Just a couple more here, softening through our back, through the hamstrings, building some length and some space. The last one where you are, take a breath and empty it. As you feel ready, walk yourself up to a nice tall spine. If you were using a prop, just slide it off to the side. And then draw the right knee up into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Maybe plant the foot down, or maybe just give that leg a little hug back side to side. And if you want to work into a cradle the baby, it's a little early in practice, but if you feel okay tucking that foot into the left elbow crease, you can cradle your baby. If that feels like a lot, just stay with that tall spine. Then just maybe moving through that right hip. If you're cradling your baby, again, continue to sit up nice and tall, rocking left to right. And then as you feel ready, we'll put this right foot down inside the left thigh. Reach up and lengthen. And then again, fold over that straight left leg. You can again find your block and put it on top of your shin bone. You can put it inside the calf or anywhere else that suits you. So we want to build length through the chest. So really lengthen the heart and then fold yourself down. Towels and straps can always help connect us to our feet. If that feels better, use those tools as they suit you. One more just to stay. Empty out. We'll lift the chest, arms up, and then twist to your right. So this left hand comes to the right leg, right arm behind you. Roll the heart open. Use this right arm to keep you tall as opposed to trying to jump into it. Keep it close to the hips. Stay light on it and just use it for support. Flex the left foot. Take a breath. Stay. One more, plant that right hand. And then lift the hips up. Left arm to the ceiling and then maybe arm overhead. Breathe in, working into your stargazer. Breathe out. Let the left arm come back up, look to your right. And then cartwheel yourself over, stack the right knee under the hip, adjust the hands if you need, and let the left leg lift up hip height. So what was the back of your mat is now where you are facing. Shoulders over wrists, left heel kicks back and long, take a breath. Empty, breathe in. And then cross that leg, plant it down, and then press through the heel. Pull the right hip back, squeeze the thighs. Two more, breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe a little rocking forward and back. One more here to stay. And empty. Let that left leg come up and then set it down next to the right. Cow pose as you're ready. Roll the heart up and open, lift the chest. And round to your cat, tuck in. Roll open, cow, lift the collarbone. Exhale, squeeze and round. One more, breathe in, open. And breathe out, cat, tuck in. Come back to neutral, cross the ankles, and then come back to a seat. Hands on top of the knees. Heart rolls up and open. And then exhale, hold on to the knees, cat, round back. So a couple seated cat-cows. Open the heart, lift up, lengthen. And exhale, tuck and round, chin to chest, send it back. One more like that, ripple up, breathe in, heart open. Breathe out, send it back. Come back to neutral. Stay nice and tall. So we'll extend the legs back out long. Watch out, JB, you have to move your butt. There you go. Reach up, lengthen. Then we'll take a forward fold over both legs. Melt yourself down, hang heavy. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more. Stay. As you lift the chest, tuck the left knee into center. You can plant the foot on the floor and just lift up. Or you can start to rock through the hip crease. And then if that feels like enough, you'll continue. If you'd like more, you'll tuck that foot into the right elbow. Scoop your hands under the calf and then cradle the baby. You can hold your baby still if that feels good, working into that left hip crease, or you can rock it. Press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back, stay. Two more, take a breath, and empty. One more. Let go. Release that foot inside the right thigh. So we'll fold again, reach and lengthen, get some space, and then draw yourself down to a fold. Forehead working towards the shin bone. Again, you can take any of your props and put them as a connection tool of bringing the floor to you. You can also use any strap devices or towels to loop over the foot and pull yourself down. Lengthen through the upper back, soften the heart, draw the head down. 2 more, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more to stay. Empty. Lift and lengthen, reach on up. And then twist to your left. Right hand to that thigh bone or the top of the left leg, I should say. Left hand down, use it to keep you tall. Pull the right toes back to your nose. Breathe in. Twist left, breathe out. Fill up. Empty. 1 more to stay. Let it go. Plant down through this hand. Arch yourself up. Stargazer. Right arm rolls to the sky. Let it fall over your ear. Press down through the right foot. Press the hips up. Reach. Breathe. Stay. 1 more. Empty. Let that right arm reach up. And then look down left. Cartwheel yourself back around. You'll adjust your left knee so it lands under your hip. Adjust your hands so they're under your shoulder. And pick up the right leg. Take a breath. And stay. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more. Cross that leg to the left. Press to the ball of the foot. You can rock and roll if that feels good, or you can just work to stay. If you're staying, pull that heel firmly back. 1 more. Take a breath. Empty. Leg up. And then back to your all 4. So we are back to facing where we started. Shoulders over wrist, big belly drop, heart forward, look up and lift up. And exhale, tuck and round. So these are a little easier without my helper this time. Roll your heart open, big breath. And exhale, round it chin to chest. 1 more like that, ripple it open. And tuck it in. Come back to neutral, curl the toe. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Shake the head, yes. And shake it, no. So just letting ourselves rinse out. So we'll work our sun A's today, our sun salutations, using some lunge step throughs. If that's not for you, you are welcome to get to the front of your mat and the back as it best suits you. But just working a little space into the hips as we go today. So come up to the toes, take a breath, and then just sink the right heel, bending the left. We'll come up and rise, and then sink both heels. Up to toes, rise. Sink into left, bending right. Up to toes, rise, and then sink both. Take a moment here just to check in with your down dog, seeing how it feels. Checking in with the feet, they're not too wide or too close together. Fingers are rooting into earth. Then the belly tucks up, as does the rib cage. So rib cage lifts towards the spine. Shoulders plug down towards the tail. Heels are rooting, although they don't need to touch earth. That is just where the heels go. So they'll work downward towards the floor, but they might not touch, and that is just fine. On your next breath in, rise up onto tippy toes, put a bend in the knees, and then bring that right foot with you. So a big step, knee tucks high up into the chest, and then unhinge it between the hands. Stay up on the ball of the left foot, roll the heart open, lift the chest. And if this feels better to do with blocks, either one or both, you can stack them and look up, lift up. And then press left foot to right, forward fold. If you're using blocks, you just set them off to the sides as you go. We'll lift halfway, hands slide up the shin bones, flatten the back, pull the head forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Come up to the sky, breathe in, reach tall. And breathe out, arms wide, fold in half. Inhale to lengthen, halfway up. And then hands down, we'll step the right foot back. Sit into that front knee, roll the heart up and open. And then this time on the step back, hands plant and the left foot joins the right. Knees can drop and toes can lift. Pelvis tucks up and the shoulders over the wrists, or you can stay long through the back of the legs. Either way, we'll pull forward and then exhale, lower to earth. Flatten the palms, lift the elbows high, roll up to your baby cobra, and come back down. Another like that, inhale, lift, cobra. And exhale, come back down. One more cobra, or float the thighs, up dog, squeeze your glutes, heart forward. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing. Breathe in, stay. Walk the hands back to the toes. Breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. We're doing that from the back of the mat, and we'll make it a little different. Arms come out to your sides. Airplane wings. So feet are hip distance. You can walk them together if that feels better. Try not to let the back sag. So we want a nice long neck, neutral chin, palms right by the hips. Take an in-breath. Empty. One more. Hold. Stand up, reach. And then let the arms just come to your sides, Tadasana. Pull the belly in, grow tall, root through the heels and the feet. One more. Arms circle, reach up. Spill and dive. Halfway long, breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Hands walk forward. Take an inhale, come up to your tippy toes, put a big bend in that knee. In both knees, I should say. And then lunge the left up and through. Roll up onto fingertips or blocks, heart up and open. And then exhale, chin to chest, step forward to a fold. Slide up and long, halfway, breathe in. Breathe out, head drops heavy. To the sky, circle, big reach, grow. And spill, fold, lead with the heart. Halfway up, flat back, breathe in. Hands down and the left foot steps us back, lunge. Heart open, stay light on the fingers. And then hands down, right foot joins the left. High plank, pull forward on your inhale, maybe drop the knees. And then exhale to lower. Scoop forward, roll over the toes, lift the heart, your back bend of choice. So Bhujangasana is your cobra. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana is your up dog. And then down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath. And then tiptoe yourself back to your feet. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen, press away. Airplane wings, arms to sides. Hold and stay, breathe in. Sink through the heels, breathe out. Stand up, reach. And spill and dive, fold. Back to that halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, head down, down dog. Inhale, high to toes, bend the knees, look forward. The big step, right knee to chest, unhinge it between the hands. Up and open on your in-breath. Step to your fold, left to right, exhale. Halfway up, flatten the back, lengthen, press off the shin bones, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, head dives down. Breathe in, reach, circle high. Breathe out, spill and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Get really long and squeeze. Hands down, right foot to the back of your mat. Roll up, big open. So nice low runner's lunge. And then exhale, hands down, left to right. So try not to drag this foot, step it back. Knees down, toes up is always your option. Pull the shoulders forward. Lower to earth or halfway. Toes drop, scoop up to your cobra or float those thighs to your up dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Breathe in. Hands to feet, walk it back. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen, flatten the spine. And exhale, fold this time. Come on up, reach. And we'll find our airplane on the way down. So we'll pause halfway. Take a breath. Empty. One more. Fold down. Inhale, walks you forward, down dog. Exhale, settle in. Rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Left knee into the chest and then foot up and in through the hands. Lift and lengthen, widen your base front to back if you need more space. And then step up, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Circle and reach, big breath, sweep up. And spill, dive. Halfway along, breathe in. Hands to earth as the left foot lunges back, landing lightly on those feet. Roll the heart up and open, sink the left hip down, but squeeze your belly center. And then hands plant, feet step back, high plank. Pull forward, take a breath. Chaturanga, empty. Roll up and open, big breath. Down dog, but we'll stay. So in your dog, sink your heels. Lift your hips and head hangs heavy. Stay here. Breathing. Sinking, building space in the back of the legs. Letting your head shake side to side. Maybe pedaling out those heels. Couple more to stay here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another in breath. And empty. Just one more where you are. Stay. Take a breath. Let that right leg rise up hip height from our, actually I lied, we're in child's pose. So let the toes curl into earth and come on back up. So now we'll find our down dog and we'll step our feet together, maybe pedal out as that feels good. And then this time here, let the right leg come on up, reach it tall. And then maybe bend the knee. Rolling that ankle open, rolling that hip up and wide. Take one more breath here. Stay. Let that right leg circle up. And then knee to nose. Let the foot land between the hands. So you'll step the back foot up and seal the heel down, but instead of bending the right knee, we'll keep it straight. So pyramid pose. So blocks are really helpful here, either framing this right foot or behind the right heel. I'm going to pull the right hip back and the left hip down and forward. And then lengthen the spine. So we'll stay long and flat for a few moments here. For more challenge, those feet line up a little more vertically, front to back. For a little more support, that right foot walks a little wider. Take one more breath and then fold. If you're using those blocks, you can turn them up, maybe on their tall side, and let the forearms find and connect to them, or maybe it's just the palms. Whatever feels good for you here. Take a breath and empty it out. Breathing in and draining. One more just to stay melting. Empty. Lift the chest, lengthen. If you were using your blocks, bring them with you as you turn to the left. Hands stack under the shoulders, flat spine. And then turn again to the left. So pyramid on the other side. Again, adjust your feet. We'll stay upright for the first half of our time here. Pull the right hip down and the left hip forward. So instead of trying to let this right side hip tuck up and back, we want this nice long spine. Really lengthen the crown away from the hip bones. Squeeze the belly up and in. And then as you feel ready here, fold. So I want my tailbone to still stay flat to the ceiling as opposed to turning to the left. And then same, you can flip those blocks up a level and you can let the forearms connect to them if that feels good. You can also tuck one block in front or one block behind the big toe, whatever feels better that way in your pyramid, or you can walk them out way forward as well for some challenge. 2 more, breathe in, breathe out, 1 more to stay, empty. If you're using those blocks, just slide them to the side, plant the palms, and then scoop the left foot up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Roll out the ankle, hold here, take a breath, and empty. Roll that hip up and open, sink the right heel, squeeze the belly back to the spine. Left leg lengthens, and then knee tucks back into chest, set the foot between the hands. Back foot down on 45. And then warrior 1 this time, bend into the left knee, circle up. Squeeze that right glute, press through the heel, tuck the right hip forward. So we want to draw this hip forward, scoop the tail down, pull the belly in and stack the shoulders. Take a breath, sink a little deeper into that left knee. Hold. Breathing in. Arms can lift up to the sky. They can be out in goal pose. They can stay at your heart, or they can always stay on your hips. 1 more, really press this thigh back. Squeeze through the glute. Tuck the rib cage in. Left leg straightens. Take a breath. Turn to your right. Arms out wide. Maybe hands to hips. That's a little more stable as we move. Take a breath. And then turn again to your right. So all 10 toes, turn. 45 lands on the left foot, bend into the right knee, squeeze the left glute, pull this left hip forward. Virabhadrasana, warrior 1 on the other leg. Again, knit the ribs in, stack the chest, and then sink into that right shin. Make sure the knee doesn't come past the ankle bone. So we want to keep it back or above the ankle. And then choose where you'd like your arms to be, tall, wide, your heart, or your hips. If they're hips, try not to let them roll out wide, so we want to keep the collarbone nice and open along with building space in the front of the chest. And if they're up tall, try not to let your shoulders creep up to the ears. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more. Stay, let the palms touch, reach. Hands through center. Frame the right foot. Take a breath. Land on the ball of the left and then let the right join. Pull forward, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. Take a breath. Empty. Feet touch and the left leg circles up, reach it tall. And then left knee to nose, set the foot through. Right foot steps up, foot seals down, setting up pyramid. Heart up and open, find your blocks, and then fold down. We'll do 3 more lifts like that. Roll up, open. Roll down. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, walk all the way to the right. So all the way around, set your feet. Stay flat, take a breath. And then fold heavy, empty. Back up on your in-breath. Fold down, empty. 1 more like that, roll it up. And roll it down. Take a breath, plant the palms. They might step a little forward. And then right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Lengthen through that heel, maybe bend and roll the ankle. Maybe roll out the hip. Right leg relifts, take it nice and high, reach it up. Knee to nose, foot through the hands. Back foot again drops, but the right knee stays bent this time. Come on up, warrior one, breathe in. Sink. Fill up. Stay. One more. Breath out. Right leg straightens, palms up. Exhale, turn all the way to the left. Adjust your feet, settle in, take a breath. And sink. Knit the belly back in, stack the shoulders, slide the left shin and squeeze the right heel. Breathe deeply. And empty fully. Remember you have arm options as well. One more to stay. Hold, palms touch, reach. Hands through center, chaturanga, high to low. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. Take a breath, come up to your tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. And then come up to the front of your mat for a fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Bend your knees, lift your chest, chair pose, Utkatasana. So check in with your chair. Sit down nice and low. Tuck the belly in. So we're checking in with the arch in this back. We're not trying to stick the tailbone up, but we're squeezing with a nice long line. And then we're checking in that we can see our toes when we look down. The weight is back in the heels. And then if the arms are up, they're not becoming ears. So the shoulders have some space to work. Two more here in our chair. Utkatasana, breathe in. Sit a little deeper. Fill up. Sink. So we're finding our way to earth. If that's not suitable from here for you, find your way down as you'd like. Hands to prayer, take a breath. Weight in the heels, sit all the way down. You can tuck your hands behind your knees or free the arms. Setting up for Navasana, boat pose. Toes fan up, chest forward, take a breath. Empty. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Stay. Give yourself a hug, squeeze together. And then left foot long, right foot in. Roll that knee open. Reach up. We were already here. Fold over that left leg. Come back up tall, reach. Twist to your right. Right hand down, lengthen, breathe in. And roll open, breathe out. Plant that palm, left arm reaches, in breath. And then stargazer, hips lift, exhale. Left arm to the sky, reach. Circle around, empty. Adjust, land on the right shin, left leg lifts up. And then left leg across, press through the heel. Bring it back up, breathe in. Curl the right toes, left leg to the sky, breathe out. Peel it up. And then set it down. Inhale, rise, bend and look. Exhale to the front. So what was the back of your mat has now become the front. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, chair pose, have a seat. Breathe in. Sink. Fill up. Sit a little deeper. One more. All the way to earth. Navasana, lift up, chest forward, shoulders down. Stay. Two more, take a breath. Empty. Last one. Give yourself a little hug. Take a breath, let the right leg kick along. And the left foot to the inner thigh. Circle reach, grow tall. And then fold over that long right leg. Breathe in. And breathing out. One more here. Stay. Circle, arms up, reach, twist to your left. Lengthen, heart forward. Look over, empty. Plant the left palm, take a breath, lift up. Arch the heart open, stargazer. Right arm back up high, reach it. And then cartwheel back to earth. Adjust so you land on the left shin. Breathe in, lift that right heel. Tuck it across, press through the heel. Inhale, leg up, curl the left toes. And three-legged dog, right leg high. Take a breath, reach it. Knee to nose, foot through the hands, set it down. pyramid to start. Roll the chest flat, open. Fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more, lift. Exhale, fold. A little different, bend the knee. Come on up, warrior one. Breathe in. Settle, breathe out. Press through the left heel, stack the chest, breathe in. Empty. One more. Stay. Let your palms touch, take a breath. Hands to heart, plant them down. Step the right foot back to join the left. High plank, pull forward. Chaturanga. Up and open, lift your chest. And exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, rise, bend and look. Come to the front of your mat for a fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Have a seat, chair, breathe out. Stand, reach, all the way to earth through your chair. Navasana, lift, float up. Empty. Take a breath, heart up. Empty out, one more. Stay, give yourself a hug. Left leg in, right leg long. Reach and grow. Fold, find heaviness. Breathe in. Then breathe out. One more. Stay. Circle up, reach. Twist to the left. Roll up and open. Plant the palm, lift the hips. Circle up, breathe in. Breathe out. Right arm high, reach. Cartwheel around. Land on that left shin. Lift the right leg up. Take a breath. Curl the left toes. Step that right foot behind. Press it into earth. And then see if you can float the left shin. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Put that shin back down. And then three-legged dog. Right leg up. Breathe. Right foot to earth. Inhale, rise. Bend, look forward. We have one more round of those chairs. Walk, step, or hop yourself up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Circle and reach. Breathe in. Have a seat. Breathe out. Stand and lift. This time your seat takes you all the way down. Utkatasana to Navasana, chair pose. Legs up, breathe in, breathe out. Remember, you can always tuck your hands. One more. Stay, give yourself a hug, wrap it in. And then left leg long, right leg tucks in. Reach it up. And fold. Come back up as you lift, reach. And twist to your right. Left hand down, roll up. Plant the palm empty. Stargazer, shoot the hips up, arch the heart open. Stay. Left arm high. Cartwheel back around. Adjust so you land on that right shin. Left leg lifts up. Curl the right toes to earth. Cross the left behind. And then see if you can either just float the shin or float the whole leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more. Let the ball of the foot and the knee come down. Left leg up. And heel to the sky. Three-legged dog. Roll it up and open. Knee to nose, foot all the way through the hands. Last round of our pyramids and warrior ones. Heart up and open. Back foot seals down. Square the hips. Fold. We have two more of those. Roll up, lift. And fold. Last one, ripple up. And Parshvottanasana, forward fold into your pyramid. As you lift this time, the left knee bends, and then chest comes on up. Pull the rib cage back, stack the shoulders, knit the belly in. Hold here, Virabhadrasana. Take a breath. If you need to widen your base, left foot walks out a little more to the left. Shoulders soften down the back. One more to stay. Take an in-breath. Empty, palms touch, reach. Hands through your middle. Frame the left foot, take a breath, either straight to child's pose or high to low. Up and open, breathe in, peel the chest forward. And then let the knees come to earth and the hips find the heels. Child's pose. Stay as you settle in. Start to melt and soften. Breathing deeply. And emptying fully. Rocking your third eye side to side. Finding what feels good for you here. So we have just a little bit more work standing. Take your time where you are in child's pose, so no rush. We have just a little bit of balance work to get through, and then we'll be back to our mat. Remember, this is always your practice and your space, so if staying on your mat at this point sounds really good, do that. Stay put. You don't have to get back up if you don't want to. If you are looking to play around with your balance just a little bit today, we'll curl the toe. Plant the palms, lift the hips, come through a down dog, and then just tiptoe yourself to a fold. You find your way to the middle of your mat, maybe finding your blocks. And we'll revisit those airplane wings. If you have blocks, you can start with a nice flat back. And then lift the right leg up hip height. So warrior three. And then if you're comfortable on the blocks, you can use a block. If you are familiar with space and walls, you can play around with that. If you like the airplane wing variety, palms down, thumbs out, a little lift in the heart. Press through the heel and squeeze the right quad. So we're lifted a little like our upward facing dog here. We're like a little lift in our half lift pose. So not all the way arching up and open, but just a little lift in the front of the heart as you start to pull forward into your sort of cobra or up dog, that sort of start of that scoop up, and then a squeeze and press through the heel. Two more, take a breath, stay. One more. You can set the foot down and fold, or if you'd like to challenge, see if you can draw that knee up into the chest, so lift the arms up. Empty, stay, breathe in. Maybe come back and find your wings. Breathe out. Just two more. In breath. Empty. One more. Right foot to left. Hands to those blocks or a ragdoll. Fold. Let the head find some heaviness. Rocking and swaying a little side to side. And then as you feel ready, we'll set up for our second side. Feet come back together. Hands plant on those blocks. Lift and lengthen, flatten out. So start with a nice flat back, really scooping the belly up. And then pick the left heel up. So we don't want to let the belly sag. We want this nice long line. Big toe faces earth. So check in with this left hip. So if it's opening up, stay on your blocks and really work the closed hip. So work that space. If you're able to keep that, maybe tiptoe the fingers up off the blocks, and then one hand at a time maybe flies up. Head is forward, heel is back, belly is up and in. Squeeze that heel, stay. So again, we're lifting the front of the heart up in our airplane warrior three. We're rooting down evenly through the whole right foot. This left foot is stamped firmly on an imaginary wall behind us. And then as you're ready to fold out, you can fold out. If you'd like the challenge, stay for one more like this. Hold. See if you can tuck the knee up into the chest. Stand up into a mountain variety. Pause. Reset. Breathe in. And then kick back again. Warrior three. Again, make sure that foot doesn't turn out to the left. The big toe faces down. Really squeeze the quad. Pull the rib cage back up to the spine. One more to stay. Hands to those blocks, foot to earth. Let the feet get wide enough that is comfortable for you, and then fold heavy. And then maybe rocking side to side. And then as you feel ready, release the hands. Keep your blocks handy. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Tuck your heels in and your toes out. And then have a seat, Malasana. So your block is helpful here. It can slide under your seat and you can sit on it. Elbows to hands. I want you to work on keeping these heels rooted to earth. So if you find your heels are lifted, just walk the feet out a little wider and use your hands to sort of tent and lift you up. You can also, remember, use your props to help you sit those heels down. So again, from the forward view, that prop just goes under your seat, thumbs to prayer, knees and elbows connect, helping you to really start to lengthen the torso, lift the chest, and then press out wide. And then I want you to take notice, if your triceps are down in your knees, you might be hunching forward, and what that does is it collapses our lungs and sort of rounds the back. So also, same thing, see if you can lengthen up. Maybe the hands connect on earth to let you find stability to lift. And then if that feels okay, thumbs to sternum, elbows to those knees. And then we'll neutralize the neck so the chin is parallel to earth, so we're not looking up nor are we looking down. And then close the eyes. Find a connection with the thumbs pressing into the sternum and the sternum pressing back, so that helps to open the collarbone. And just take notice of where you feel sensation. So it could be the hips, it could be the legs, it could be the ankles. So there's a lot of flexibility when we sit low and drop the heels to the floor. There's a lot of space we need in our ankles, the front of the foot. So just working through that, adjusting as needed. And remember, you don't have to be super low. You can always prop yourself up a little taller. And then just send your breath to those spaces that feel tight. We'll spend just a handful more breaths here. Soften the face and the jaw. Maybe let the head rock a little side to side. Last couple, full breath. Exhale. One more. Drain out. Release the hands. And then send the hips up to the sky. And then just swish side to side. And then as you feel ready, find your way onto all fours. And then back to a seat. Legs come long forward again. Rock a little side to side, making sure you're on those sit bones. Shoulders down the back, really reach up and lengthen. And then refold, maybe without a block this time. Maybe you come back to where you came to start. And let the head drop. So you might notice if you look at me, mine's lifted, and that's just so I can talk and not talking to my shins so you can hear me. But for you, I want you to drop the head, the neck. Let everything that can be heavy be heavy. If the head is really far away from the legs, give it a connection point. So a block, a bolster, a pillow, a blanket, whatever it connects to. And then just take notice of if this fold maybe feels a little bit different in the back and in the back of the legs than the first one did earlier, about an hour ago. Let the eyes close maybe. Let the chest soften, and remember you can always use tools to connect the hands to the feet, so straps and towels and belts. anything like that you have at your house. And then as we come up this time a little different, keep the chin to the chest and just roll yourself up. So really drag the arms alongside the legs, lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up and let them roll back down. And do that again, shoulders up and down. One more lift. Roll them down. So you plant your hands behind your hips, palms down, and the thumb is closest to the hips, so closer in. And then walk the feet back so they're about hip distance. Press down into the palms, take a breath, lift up, and then find your way up into a table. So knees above ankles, pelvis is lifting up, shoulders are rolling back and together, the head can drop back. If that feels comfortable for you, if you can comfortably breathe and swallow, you can let the head drop back, really opening the front of the chest, the throat. If that does not feel good, you can keep the chin to the chest. Two more here, lift up, breathe in. See if you can start to work a nice flat line from the knees to the hips and the hips to the shoulders. So we're trying not to sag in the middle, but if we can really engage the glutes, press up and open the front of the chest. Last one. Slowly let yourself find a seat. Right leg in, left leg long. Reach up, lengthen. A little different this time. Right hand towards that foot tower strap or just reaching. Left arm behind. So you can either open arm twist or you can reach for the foot and use that to help you twist open to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Take an inhale. Ring out. Exhale. The last one. Stay. Come back to center. Breathe in. Reach. Just one more full. As you're ready, come back up. Arms high. And then arms behind. When they plant down, roll the heart up and open. And then walk the feet back to set up for that table. So if you are comfortable with a reverse plank, your legs will be straight forward, toes touch, and you'll roll up with straight legs, head back if you'd like. I'll show the table again. So find the back bend that you choose. If you're working that table, feet hip distance, lift up through the chest, press into the hands, and then exhale, send the hips up. Roll the heart up and open, maybe drop the head back if that feels good. If you're in that reverse plank, really press the legs long into earth from the toe mounds. Lift up through the pelvis. And again, option to keep the chin tucked or let the head drop back. Two more, breathe in. Breathe out. The last one. Slowly settle down. As you're ready, let that right leg come long and the left leg come in. Again, a little different though, we'll reach up. And then left arm forward for any part of that foot or it's floating, right arm back. Breathe in, press the left foot to the right inner thigh. Roll the heart to the right. Two more, take a breath. Drain. One more to stay. Empty, circle reach, breathe in. And then refold over that straight leg. Soften where it suits you. Just a couple more, breathe in. And breathe out. Fill up. Empty. Relift the chest. And then cross the ankles. Hands to knees, sit up nice and tall. And then just let the right ear fall to the right. Take this left arm and walk it away from you. Relift up, stack. And then left ear to the left shoulder. in, breathing out. One more where you are. Stay. Breathe in. Empty. Lift and lengthen. Stay. So hold on to the knees. Draw your chin into your chest. Pull the belly back and then roll yourself all the way to earth. When you get there, let the legs reach up to the sky. Find your block. Lift up the hips and then place that block underneath. And if that is not the inversion you are looking for today, you are welcome to find one that suits you better. If this one feels okay, you'll just let the legs lift, big toes touch. If you're looking for a little more fire, as long as you don't have any issues with the head, the back, the neck, the shoulders, you're welcome to go where your practice suits you, where it works for your body. But remember to always honor your body, trust yourself, and make sure you are moving within a space that is safe for you. Just a couple more in your inversion of choice. If you'd like to stay there a little longer, feel free to do so. If you'd like a dead bug, stack the ankles back up to the sky. You'll slide out of your block. And then you'll draw the knees into the chest. Reach up for the feet. Audibly down. And then pull the knees out wide and down. The thigh bones are working parallel to earth. Head and neck are pressing into the floor. Rocking side to side as it suits you. And then slowly give yourself a hug. Curl your chin to chest, nose to knee. And then let the left leg come out long. Tuck that right knee into the chest. And then we'll find those similar hip circles that we took at the beginning. And then if you'd like a reclined thread of the baby, or the cradle of the baby I should say, a little different, but you'll just hold that foot, scoop the right leg, and then rock in. You can also do this with a strap, or if you have the space, you can tuck that foot into the elbow crease, and then you'll let the shoulders and the head come back. You might find that you want to block under the head here if you're working the elbow tuck, so you just have a little more space to lift, and you can give yourself a little squeeze here. And one more to stay. If you have that cradle of the baby, let it go. Supine twist, walk that leg across. If you're on a block, you can keep it, or just slide it out and look to your right. Peel the arms out wide. And then coming back up to center, give yourself a squeeze. Keep that right leg, or keep the left leg in, send the right leg long, and then start through those little hip circles. And then again, you can keep that going. You can just tuck that knee in, or you can start to cradle your baby. And the same thing, if you like that block option, you can send that block under the back of the head. Left foot to right elbow. Left down the left knee and then just rock. Check in with the right long leg. Make sure it's not lifting off of earth too much. These circles or cradles can be still or big movements. And then as you feel ready, unwind that leg, maybe remove the block. And supine twist, help that knee across the body to the right. Look long to the left. Coming up to center one more time. Give yourself a big squeeze. Curl yourself into a little ball. Chin to chest, nose to knees tucked tight together. And then as you're ready, final rest, Shavasana. Legs splay out long, so do the arms. Eyes close. Find some heaviness. Spending time here to absorb the energy, the effort, the work you put in today. So let your body feel heavy and connected to earth. Melt. Soften the jaw and the face. Unclench the fingers and the toe. Slowly inviting some movement to return to you. Wiggling fingers and toes. Drawing the knees into the center of your chest. And then finding your way off to a side of your choosing for just another moment here. always remember that you have complete control of your journey, your view on life, your interpretation. For it is not good or it is bad. It's not necessarily happy or sad. It is the lens you choose to put to it. For there are lessons to be learned even in difficult times. There is good that comes out of every challenge. So the lens is yours to assess. Always choose to look at your journey with that positive space, finding joy in each and every moment that you can, trusting yourself, your voice, you, trusting your path, trusting your steps, for you are the only one that can make the journey. It is 1 foot, 1 step, 1 second at a time. So the lens is yours to take, and the movement is yours to make. So choose wisely. Go forward with peace, with love, and with positivity. For it is always up to you to decide. Let your thumbs draw up to your center. If you have not found your way to a seat, meet me there. And then thumbs to third eye, eye of intuition. I thank you for sharing your path, your journey with me today and always. The light in my heart honors and greets the light in yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Awesome work, and I look forward to seeing you in the studio, hopefully in the coming weeks. And until then, we'll connect this way. Thank you for putting up with the pups. They seem to want to participate a lot today, which is usually why I record things way later in the evening. So thanks for tuning in, and if you have any questions, comments, feedback, or requests, send them on over. Namaste. Stay safe, everybody.